Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Computer Science Python Fundamentals. I saw that almost everybody was able to register for the Google Classroom, and they were able to register for Project STEM, and that's great. And some of you had already finished the first couple of activities. So I'm going to show you the next activity, 1.1, what is computer science? All right, so here's the introduction. Here's the lesson objectives. Define computer science and coding. List the differences between natural language and formal languages. Okay, and again, you're going to want to watch these videos here. They're usually not very long. Okay, and you have some real people in real careers, and they have interesting stories. So I highly recommend that you watch them. You also have this PDF here. In the PDF, you can see kind of a summary of what they talk about. So if you watch the videos, but then you're like, oh, I can't remember what they said afterwards, you can see this is like if the teacher had a PowerPoint or a keynote in class, just kind of the main points there. And there you go. You can see all that. Natural versus formal languages. Okay, here's where some of that information is going to be that I want to find out about, right? Because I want to know the differences between natural and formal languages. So when I'm in that PDF, maybe I should pay attention to this part here. Okay, there's a natural language, there's a formal language. Natural language is what we use to communicate day to day. Formal language based on a set of very specific rules for communicating. How are they different? Oh, these are some key slides here for getting at that objective, and these are probably going to be questions that come up later on the quiz for this little assignment. All right, so you watched the videos, you looked through the PDF, then you can also read this summary here. Now, here you have in the resources, you always have some interesting additional links. Let's click on this and see where it takes us. Okay, well, this is kind of a longer explanation of some of those ideas. Sometimes some of these ideas can be important in the quiz. So let me just try here. I have a space where I can check my understanding. All right, the differences between natural and formal languages include there are no differences, tokens, structure, syntax, and semantics. What are some of the differences? Okay, well, I don't remember, so I'm going to go back here. Okay, natural language is ambiguous and can change. Formal language is very clear and consistent, works every time. I didn't see exactly that difference. I know it's not C. I know there are some differences. Ambiguity, redundancy, and literalness. Well, redundancy is like being the same every time. So that looks good. So let's check. Let's see it. Okay. Oh, you know what? Did I get it right? Okay. Cool. All right. Now, what about 2? Intro 11.2. Reading a program is like reading other kinds of text. I'm going to guess that's probably false. Okay, good. So it usually takes longer to read a program. Okay, good. So that's a little check of my understanding. Go to the next page. And to take the quiz. And like it says here, this is a graded practice activity. This is not an actual quiz. Don't worry if you fail. You have unlimited attempts. Okay, if you fail, you just try it again. And the trick here is that you're doing your work every day. You're getting through the assignments. The only way you should not get 100% is if you're like way behind and you just have to click, 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 click to catch up. Okay, so if you stay on top of your work and you have enough time during class to do these things, then you should get 100% every time. And I usually give a lot of A's in this class and a lot of A's and B's. So that's kind of my expectation, is that you guys are going to do well. All right, computer science allows people to, let's see, create new software, communicate, solve problems, all the above. Okay, pick one of those. All right, in the next 5 years, there are expected to be over, what, how many unfilled jobs in the US in computer science? That information was in the videos. If you don't remember, you can go back and watch the video again or go back and check the summary. Okay. All right, did I complete the questions in the link? Yes, I did, so I click that. And then I got to figure out if it's natural language or formal language that is designed to be very clear and work consistently every time. And then which one of these is based on a set of very specific rules for communicating. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and take the quiz real quick. Okay, so I took it. Here's my result. Attempt 1, it took me 2 minutes and I got 5 out of 5. So I got a perfect score. Now, maybe you don't get a perfect score. That's no reason to be concerned. You just take the quiz again. Look at the ones you got wrong. They show you which ones you got wrong. So it's pretty easy. The point is not to be a gotcha. It's just to help you learn some of these main ideas that they're giving you in the chapter. Okay, so then when you're done, you go down to the bottom of the page and you click next. You may notice that if you didn't take the quiz yet, it won't allow you to go to the next screen. You got to do the quizzes, you got to do all the assignments on a page first before to let you go to the next page. Okay, so next we've got using Python. All right, so that was a whole lesson there. 1.1 is done. Now we're on 1.2 already. So you see that some of these lessons are pretty quick. All right. So what's my objective? I want to define integrated development environment and create my first line of code. Okay, that's exciting. All right. Now I have to watch these 2 videos. Okay, using Python.
Let's get started.
Okay, good. She's really good. She's very precise, and she goes through the material very slowly, and she's very good at explaining. She's a very good computer science teacher, and I recommend that you watch all her videos. If you're not understanding, I think that she can describe some of this stuff even better than I can. So make sure that you watch those.
Which in computer science we can also call an integrated development environment. You saw this.
Okay, so watch all those videos all the way through. I'm not watching them because I've already seen them, but you've got to watch them when you do the page here. Okay, now down here we have the try space. So this is going to become very familiar. On your left you have a white box with the number 1 at the top. That's where your code is going to go. Okay, code here. Okay, and every time you put in a line, there's another line of code. And then over here is the simulator. This is when you run the code and you see what the code is actually going to do. So if you want to have the code output something like hello world, you run the code. Oh, there's a problem. Okay, so I tried it and it came up with a problem. You can see what your error is sometimes. I have a syntax error. Okay. Wonder how I can work on that. All right. So I can go. Oh, look at what she does there. She puts a parentheses around the quotation marks. Okay. She put the parentheses before and a parentheses after. Okay, that's part of the structure of the Python language. Okay, let's run the code again. Hello world. Okay. Let's try what she says. Welcome to Python! Exclamation point. Welcome to Python. So that's what I get out here. Okay, so print is the command that makes the simulator show some kind of text. or sometimes it makes the simulator show the answer to a problem. Okay, now you have some resources down here to explore. You may not always have time to do all these resources. You're the judge of how much time you have. I encourage you to stay on top of your work so that you have time to click through some of the resources, because there's a lot of value in this course besides just the basic lessons. So this is more information here. And here's some comprehensive Python resources here. Okay, this is the Python website, and you can get Python on your computer. Okay, that's the latest version of Python. You can actually have the coding language on your computer. And then you have another approach here. This is called the Python tutorial, and it's a little bit dry. It's not really made for high school kids, but they have a lot of the same ideas and theories in there. And sometimes if you don't understand one explanation, then looking at another explanation can really be helpful. Okay, so there's some more resources, and you can come back to these resources anytime you want just by clicking previous there. Okay, now you do have a place where you can ask questions, not just from me or Mr. Sheikh, but you can ask questions to other people who are in the course, and ask questions to people from Project STEM who can help you here. So here's how to get into the forum. Okay, they explain it from your dashboard. There's a little link on forum. You click on open the forum, and then you go in there and you can make a new post and ask for help with something. People do it all the time. Kids do it all the time. They ask for help when they're stuck on something, and they may be faster sometimes getting back to you than I am, because they're probably in the same time zone, and that can help. All right. Now, you also have a reference guide, and some of that same information again, how to use the forum if you're confused about how to use the forum. And you keep on going. Just like any online community, the forum has some rules and guidelines. You can't get on there and start insulting people or cussing them out. I mean, it's not professional. So I'm sure nobody in this class would do that. All right. You can't spam people. And you can't bully people, of course. Online it's the same as bullying them in person. It's against the rules. All right. Let's go to the first code practice. Okay, cool. So this is where you're actually going to try and code something, and you're going to be graded for if it works or not, right? You get 1 point for the code practice. Okay, so you need to copy and paste the code below into the code editor area. Okay, I use Control C on my keyboard. That works really well. You have different ways of copying and pasting from your iPads or from your phones or from your laptop, whatever you're using. You can copy and paste. And then I use Control V to paste. Okay, so I have exactly the same code. It's really nice to be able to copy and paste, because it's easy to have like one mistake and that you don't see, right? Because you typed it too fast or you spelled it wrong, right? And then if you do it wrong, it's not going to give you the full points. All right. This is a computer program, so every letter, every character is important. All right. You have to have a space between these two things. You have to have the parentheses outside the quotation mark. This is not. You're not talking to a person here, that you're talking to a computer. This is a formal language, so it needs to be precise and exactly the same as what the computer is going to understand. All right, so here's what I tried. Hello world. Okay, I'm going to go over here to the Run Code tab. I click it. What do I get out? Hello world. Is that the output I'm supposed to get? Okay, sometimes they show you exactly the output that they want. But yeah, that's the output I want, hello world. Now, it's an automatic grader. So once you're ready, you check it. And here's where it'll tell you, hey, good job, your code is 100% correct, or oh, you missed something, or it doesn't work. And it'll tell you if you need to fix something. Okay, well, I passed with 100%. Okay, everything I was supposed to do, I did it. Good, and I always check it in the grader first. Then I'm ready to submit. Okay. If you didn't get 100%, then go back and do it again. Right, you try as many times as you need to get it done. I really recommend trying to get 100% here, especially there's only 1 point. So let's try to get 100%. If you're having trouble, I can help you. Mr. Shea can help you, or one of your classmates can help you, or the forum. There's a lot of places to get help. Then after you checked it with the grader, you submit it. Okay. Oh, first you save it. I got you. First you save it, then you submit it. But if it doesn't want to do that, sometimes you may have to do something like reload the page. Okay, try it again. Checking the code. Submit it. There you go. My score has been submitted. Okay, and now it's going to let me go to the next part of the course. Okay, so that's it. That should keep you guys busy here for a day or two, and we'll post some more stuff first. Of course, if this is easy for you and you're like, I just want to attack this and get it done, get it done. There's nothing on here that we're not going to do. So if you get ahead, that's just good for you. Don't worry about doing something that you don't have to do. Everything that is in this course is something we're going to finish before the end of the year, and we're going to go in order. So if it's easy for you and you're like, hey, I really want to get ahead in computer science before algebra starts getting difficult, or before I get more homework from Mr. Chris, so then just do that, get ahead, and that way you can relax. I hope that helped. Look forward to seeing you guys tonight on the live class. Have a good day. Bye.